Hi guys, and welcome back. Well, this is video 3 of the Default 747 series. How to fly, how to start up, and how to do the plan easy. On this video we are going to actually fly up to San Francisco and do an ILS approach and landing. Hi everyone, and welcome to Jet In Airways, where a smile goes a long way. Now, if you enjoyed the video today, feel free to give us a thumbs up, a like, or hit subscribe, or make a comment. And of course, you're welcome to join our Discord, where we have regular meetups and group flights. If you missed the previous 2 videos, go back and watch them. The easy startup for the 747, and then the next one was the easy flight planning and FMC setup for the Default 747. So watch that video, watch those 2 videos, and then come to this one if you are learning to fly the Default 747 for the first time. It really is basic for beginners, really. I'm a casual fun flyer. I'm not an expert, just a very casual flyer. So I'm just sort of getting started myself, and I just do everything the easy way, very basically. So it's a good way for you to start as well. Just follow what I do, and I've tried to keep it easy and as simple and as basic as I can, so it's easy to follow. So this is the 3rd video. We have started up the plane, we have done our FMC, our flight plan and everything, and we are now heading to the hold short for our takeoff. And we're going right down to the end of the runway, of course, because in the Queen of the Skies we need a long runway. So we'll head down to the hold short, and then I'll put on the brake and we will get clearance for departure. I'm streaming live on Discord as well. If you're new to the channel, you're welcome to fly for Jet In Airways, our little casual virtual airline. But today I'm in the Delta 747 livery, but we do have our own livery for the Jet In Airways. If you see my previous videos, you will see our livery. Jet In Airways is a very nice livery. Right, so we'll park here. I will put the brake on, and the park brake, and we'll get clearance for departure. Double check I'm in the right place. 25 right, yes, that is where I am supposed to be. Oh, lovely day, a little bit cloudy, a little bit clearer than my last flight, so we will see a bit of the view, which is very nice. So let's contact tower. Okay, we're going to go through our flow quickly. We have our landing lights on. Landing lights on. We have our trim down 7.5. Flaps. Let's get our flaps down to 10. Check. Flaps down 10. Engines are all running and engaged. Auto brake down to RTO, rejected takeoff. Everything else is all good. We are all set. Packs. Didn't turn my packs on. Let's turn our packs on. Okay, so we are good to depart. Just check my autopilot here. Climb out speed 250 knots. Vertical speed, our climb out 2200. That'll come into play as soon as I hit the autopilot. Flight director engaged. As soon as we depart, I will hit the auto throttle and the speed. Right, so we are good to go. It's quite a big gear to maneuver around onto the runway. I'm going to turn on my replay mode so we can do a bit of an evaluation on our departure. See how good our takeoff was. No tail strike. all that kind of bad behavior. We don't want any of that. So I'll just line up a little bit here, and then I will turn on the replay mode. Okay, let's go in here. General options, experimental, replay tool on, apply and save, go back, resume, and there's our replay mode tool at the top there. Right, so let's line up and we'll do a rolling takeoff here. Okay, let's start our replay. Start recording. There we go. Let's feed her the fat, guys. This is it. So long to Los Angeles. Yep, those beautiful engines firing up there. Keep an eye on our speed coming up to V1. Nice and gentle climb out. Okay, so I'm going to hit the pause there, and we'll go to our replay mode and we'll see how good that departure was. Play, camera track recording. Here we go. Let's see how good my takeoff was today. Hear those beautiful engines firing up there. Here we go. Little slight gentle pullback on the stick. Let's just check the rear for tail strike. No, that was pretty jolly good. Pretty jolly good for me, I have to say. Pretty jolly good. Very nice climb out. Okay, let's go back in and we will turn off the replay mode and take off the pause, and we will continue. We will take the gear up, come over here. I will engage the speed. LNAV will go on and autopilot will go on. Our vertical speed will come into play here.
Bank angle. Jetton 472, did you hear my last transmission?
Acknowledge handoff.
Going to 125.2 Jetton 472.
Put this round to map. Yep, we're just turning around to connect up with our magenta line here. And then we'll be on course 100%. Okay, flaps up. And we're going to follow the coast up for a while. Then we'll head inland, I think, over towards San Francisco. Now, because I had all the autopilot pre-set up, including the vertical speed, all I did, hit the autopilot and everything just took over. Everything went into play. The vertical speed, I hit the throttle control, the auto throttle there, hit the speed button, hit LNAV, and we were way on target and everything was sweet. And we're on our way to San Francisco. How was your Christmas, guys? Did you get some flying in over Christmas? I'm still on holiday, so I've got some time and I'm loving it. Having a play around with the simulator, experimenting, watching a few tutorials, trying to learn some new stuff, having some practice, doing the same flight over and over again till I get it right. That's what it's all about, I guess. Practice, practice, practice. Normally I'm flying the 737, but I'm enjoying having a play around with the default 747. Particularly after the big update, it has been improved and improved. So a lot of people are talking about how good it is now. And I really am enjoying it. It really does do everything it's supposed to do. Right, so our altitude, we're at 10,000 feet. We are going to go up. We're going to go up a little bit more. I'm going to take her up to 30,000 feet. It's a bit slow and tedious turning this button, to be honest. It's rather slow and tedious. Is there another way I can do it quickly? Maybe by grabbing it and sliding the mouse over that way. Rolls it around a lot faster. Get it up to 30,000. Nearly there. There we are. 30,000. Vertical speed. Let's take that up to 2,000. And we'll take our speed up as well. Seeing we're going uphill now, we can go a little bit faster. Take that up to 3,300 knots. Better not go to 3,000 knots, we'll end up on the moon. Okay, so we're going up to 30,000 feet. 2,000 for our vertical speed. And our speed is set at 300 knots. LNAV engaged, so we are looking good. We should just follow our flight plan here absolutely beautifully. This little line here, the green line, some people call it the big banana. The green line here, that is where it is estimated that we will reach our 30,000 feet. So it's about 40 miles out by the look of it. So when we hit that green line, we should be at 30,000 feet. Now, I have heard a rumor. That the 777 is in beta testing already. So you can almost expect that out at any time, maybe another week or a couple of weeks, who knows. And also the 737 MAX has gone into beta testing, which was a bit of a surprise for me when I heard this. So they could expect that out very, very soon. PMDG said they weren't going to put an announcement on the date. They are just going to finish it and boom, put it out straight away without any sort of warning. Now, so they're in beta testing. Now, this is a rumor. Don't quote me on it, okay, please. It's just what I've heard on the grapevine. So I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty excited. I can't wait to get my hands on that 737 MAX. It would be lovely to have a new modern 737. And it's one of the planes I'll definitely be getting painted in Jet and Airways livery. 777, I'm not sure about that. I think I'm happy to wait for the 747. I don't know. I don't need every plane that comes out, 100%. I'll never get to fly them all. My favourite is still the 737. So I think I'm going to fly this 747 until the PMDG 747 comes out. But the 737 MAX, if that arrives in a week or a couple of weeks or whenever, I'm certainly going to grab that, and I'm going to be having a hell of a lot of fun with that. So keep an eye on the channel, guys. This will be one of the first channels in the world to get up and flying with the 737 MAX. We'll definitely get it painted in our Jet and Airways colours, and we'll be doing a lot of streaming with it as well on our Discord. Anyway, so let's have a look. That is exciting stuff. 17,000 feet. Okay, let's hit V and have a look at our map. Yesterday when I did the flight with Alan, I was way too high when I got about here, and I had to dive down like I was doing a dive bombing attack on an aircraft, on a warship or something. So tonight I'm going to make sure I get my descents right, and when I come around towards the approach I'm going to be at 2,000 feet. Something I've got to be extra careful on tonight. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit of cruising here, and I'll talk to you a bit later, when we're a bit closer to our destination. But look at the scenery, isn't that gorgeous? That is just beautiful. Loving the 747. And that's why I did this series of videos, really, because I want you to get into it and enjoy it as well. It is a lovely aircraft, and maybe you can do some flights for Jet and Airways. Talk soon. Okay, so we are just over San Francisco Bay, and we are coming around to line up the runway, which is over there. So hopefully we're going to do a nice ILS approach, a nice landing. So we got some diamonds here. As you can see, we've got a little turnaround to the left, and then we'll be on our finals. We're at 1,700 feet, 170 knots. Turning around now to the left. We have our flaps down, and we have our gear down. There is the runway right ahead there. Right, so we are now on finals. Let's have a look what diamonds we got. We got the localizer right in the middle there. I'm going to go ahead and hit that part, the localizer lock, the lock there. Now we need this button, we need this to go solid and to come down. Then I will hit approach hold, and we will be on the glide slope, which is that second button there. Our speed is 170 knots. Okay, engaging a replay mode. Okay, we have a second solid diamond. So as soon as that comes down, I'm going to hit the approach hold mode for the glide slope, and then I will drop my speed. The diamond is coming down now to the middle, almost there. There we go. Okay, approach hold mode locked. Glide slope, this one has gone out, that one is on. So we are on the glide slope now. Need to bring my speed down a little bit more. Okay, I'll wait till I get quite close, then I will turn off the autopilot, do a manual landing. So here we go. Not overly experienced at landing the big 747, so let's hope we can do a good one, guys. Diamonds are locked on in the right place. 160 knots. Maybe come up just a little bit. Let's get ready to disengage the autopilot.
300. 200.
Right, autopilot disengaged.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brakes on. Reverse thrusters don't seem to be working, but that's okay. I think we're going to slow down anyway. I'm going to take this next rolling exit up here. I think we'll be okay to take this next one. Okay, flaps up. And we'll take this exit here. Then we'll pause and we'll have a look at our replay and just evaluate our landing here. I think the ILS approach was good. We were locked onto the diamonds. Everything went splendidly well. So I think it was quite a nice landing. So we'll stop just here. And I'll engage the pause up here. Let's go back and evaluate our landing, shall we? Okay, hit playback. Camera track recording. Here we go. Coming in nice and straight, which is good. What was our speed at this stage? Our speed was 176 knots. Previous landings I'd been a little bit slow and I'd come down a little bit low and have struggled to make it to the threshold of the runway. So this time I've come in a little bit faster than what I normally would, just to try and get it right, really. But 170 knots seemed to bring me in quite nicely, quite smooth, nice steady descent, not losing too much altitude at the wrong time. Flaps down pretty much full. Getting quite close to the runway here, and my speed is just under 170 knots, 166 knots. I've got to remember all this for next time, so that I can try and do it the same every time and get it right every time, really. It's all muscle memory. Got to try and do it right every single time, which is just practice, really. Gone to 168 knots. The autopilot is still on. It doesn't show it in the replay mode, but the autopilot was still on at this stage. Nice gentle descent, coming in pretty straight. No major adjustments or changes of altitude or direction are needed, so this is good.
300.
I think it was around about here that I disengaged the autopilot. So let's have a look at our touchdown, shall we? A little bit of flare. A little bit of flare there. Down I come. Nice and smooth. Pretty happy with that, to be honest. On came the speed brakes. And after that, no reverse thrusters, so I just had to hold the wheel brakes and rely on the speed brakes and the wheel brakes, basically. But quite happy with that, to be honest. Quite a nice landing for an attempt in the 747. I was going to roll out close here, but I decided I was still going a little bit fast, so I went along to the next rollout area. So I rolled out here, and I think that was pretty much spot on, pretty perfect. Wasn't always in the middle of the runway, but I think generally I was pretty happy with that. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the series, the 3 video series on how to fly and how to enjoy. How do we get some enjoyment out of the default 747? I would encourage you to have a go, because it is very nice to fly. It's been upgraded and it's been updated, and it really is a lovely plane to fly. It does everything it's supposed to do. The ILS landing, the ILS approach, the flight planning, everything just works perfectly. It may not be 100% study level, but I tell you what, it's 100% fun, and it is a really nice plane now. Even some of the big time YouTubers have said it is a very good aeroplane, and I think it's a lovely rendition of the 747-8. And I'd encourage you to get it out of the hangar and have a bit of a go. It is easy, and if you just see my 3 videos, see the first one on the startup, the second one on getting it all ready to fly, and then the third one, the takeoff and the ILS approach and landing. Once you've done it a few times, it is easy. Okay guys, give me a like, make a cheeky little comment, or subscribe to the channel. We're just casual fun flyers here, nothing too serious. We just enjoy flying. I'm only here to share my hobby. I'm not here to make money out of YouTube or the people who watch my channel. I'm just here to share my hobby. Okay, keep well guys, and also Happy New Year. Hope you have a great New Year's, and enjoy time with your friends and your family. I'll talk to you again soon. Over and out. Cheers.